Welcome to Podcast Summaries, where every week we break down powerful ideas from 8 to 10 top podcasts to help you grow, heal, and thrive while saving time. If you find this summary helpful, please subscribe and check out links for more content. Your support keeps this journey going. Here is summarized version of Brain Experts warning: watch this before using ChatGPT again. Shocking new discovery featuring Dr. Daniel and Dr. Terry Sejnowski by Stephen Bartlett. Stephen Bartlett's question sparks a crucial conversation about the impact of large language models like ChatGPT on our brains. Dr. Daniel Amen and Dr. Terry Sejnowski, both renowned brain experts, share their concerns about the potential risks of relying on these tools. Dr. Amen warns that misusing these models can lead to a decline in cognitive abilities, particularly in children, whose developing brains are more vulnerable. Dr. Amen also highlights the alarming rate of mental health issues among young people, citing the sickest generation in history due to excessive cell phone and social media use. The conversation turns to the concept of cognitive load, which refers to the amount of mental effort required to complete a task. He cites a study that found that people with higher levels of education have a lower risk of dementia, suggesting that engaging in lifelong learning and challenging our brains can help prevent cognitive decline. He suggests that interacting with AI, questioning its output, and critically evaluating the information it provides can help create new neural connections in the brain. Stephen Bartlett wonders if it's a good idea to say thank you to ChatGPT, considering Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, mentioned that it costs the company tens of millions of dollars a year. Dr. Daniel Amen thinks this is ridiculous, as it's a natural human instinct to express gratitude. He believes Sam Altman is more concerned with optimizing profits than the user's experience or well-being. He thinks that if children aren't engaging their brains, they'll become weaker, and weaker brains are more likely to make poor choices. He thinks it's scary that these AIs can access the limbic system, which can lead to a decrease in logical thinking and an increase in impulsive behavior. Dr. Daniel Amen explains that when someone accesses the limbic system, it can shut down the prefrontal cortex, leading to less logical thinking. He wonders what the purpose is behind creating AIs that can access the limbic system, and whether it's to control people's behavior and money. He believes that people will eventually become bored or dissatisfied with these relationships. Dr. Daniel Amen responds by highlighting the importance of practice and repetition in learning, citing the basal ganglia as the part of the brain responsible for this process. He notes that chatbots lack this ability, which is essential for cognitive development. Stephen Bartlett reflects on how he's become lazier with spelling due to relying on AI-powered tools like ChatGPT, which can correct his mistakes. Dr. Daniel Amen agrees, adding that these tools can also fix grammar errors. However, he emphasizes the importance of learning phonics and memorization in developing cognitive skills. Dr. Daniel Amen shares his advice on how to learn better, citing the spacing effect, which involves rehearsing information at intervals to solidify long-term memories. Stephen Bartlett asks about common mistakes people make when trying to learn, and Dr. Daniel Amen responds that simply rereading information over and over again is not effective. Instead, he suggests taking breaks and engaging in other activities to allow the brain to process the information. The conversation shifts to the topic of children's brain development, and Dr. Daniel Amen emphasizes the importance of a healthy diet and lifestyle for expectant mothers. He also stresses the value of touch, language, and bonding in a child's early development. Finally, Dr. Daniel Amen is asked to imagine he is the President of the United States for a month and must create a brain-healthy nation. He responds by saying that he would sign executive orders that promote exercise, healthy eating, and stress reduction, as these are essential for maintaining a healthy brain. He also emphasizes the importance of love, self-care, and community in creating a brain-healthy society. Stephen Bartlett asks about the impact of breathing on brain health. Dr. Daniel Amen explains that breathing can immediately improve heart rate variability, a sign of heart health and mental health. This technique can calm the brain and reduce stress. Dr. Amen also discusses the importance of chewing and how it can stimulate hippocampal activity and slow cognitive decline. He notes that fast food often lacks fiber, leading to reduced chewing and potentially impaired learning. The conversation turns to the topic of navigation and how over-reliance on GPS can weaken the hippocampus and lead to atrophy in areas associated with memory and navigation. Dr. Amen suggests that this could have a generational impact, with parents passing on their lack of navigation skills to their children. Stephen Bartlett asks about the impact of chronic background noise on brain health. Dr. Amen explains that noise can be chronically stressful and increase cortisol levels, impairing working memory and attention regulation. He notes that this is particularly concerning for children and older adults. The discussion then turns to the topic of multitasking and how it can train the brain to be distractible, reducing gray matter density in the anterior cingulate. Dr. Amen explains that the insula, a region of the brain involved in emotion regulation, is also affected by multitasking. Stephen Bartlett asks about the link between negativity and brain health. Dr. Amen explains that negativity can be bad for the brain, reducing activity in the prefrontal cortex. He notes that unbridled positivity is also not ideal, but rather a balanced approach is necessary. The conversation then turns to the topic of ADHD and how it can be caused by both genetic and environmental factors. Dr. Amen notes that excessive screen time and processed food can contribute to ADHD, and that medication can be effective in treating the condition. Dr. Amen suggests exercise, omega-3 fatty acids, and a positive mindset. He notes that learning and novelty are also important for brain health, and that activities like sauna use can be beneficial. Dr. Amen emphasizes the importance of being thoughtful and informed about the impact of technology on brain health. He encourages people to be mindful of the trade-offs involved in using new technologies and to prioritize their brain health. Stephen Bartlett is reflecting on the conversation and the insights he's gained from Dr. Daniel Amen and Dr. Terry Sejnowski. This doesn't mean he's going to stop using these tools entirely, but rather, he wants to be mindful of when it's truly important to engage his own thoughts and ideas. Dr. Daniel Amen responds by saying that this is a great approach, and one that he hopes his own children will adopt as they grow older. He emphasizes the importance of modeling healthy habits and behaviors, and how this can have a profound impact on our lives and the lives of those around us. Stephen Bartlett then asks Dr. Amen about his next health challenge, and how he'll address it, even if it means making significant lifestyle changes. Dr. Amen is clear about his goals, which include maintaining his physical and mental health, and avoiding dementia. However, he also acknowledges that he's not prepared for the unexpected challenges that life may bring, and that he's been blessed with good health so far. Dr. Amen then shares his fears, including the threat of China and the potential for societal upheaval. He also expresses his concern about the decline of science and STEM education in the U.S., and how this may impact the country's future. On a more personal level, he reveals that he's scared of losing his wife, and that this fear has made him realize the importance of preparing for the things that truly matter, such as disease prevention and maintaining his overall health. Throughout this conversation, Dr. Amen is emphasizing the importance of being proactive and taking control of our own lives, rather than simply reacting to circumstances. He's encouraging listeners to think critically about their own habits and behaviors, and to make intentional choices that will support their long-term health and well-being. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, check out YouTube channel, and just remember, subscription is only £1 or $1 per month. Leave a comment or review. Until next time, happy listening.